Come here. Sorry, my dog. This is Bella. Say hi. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This video is not about hair, but it is something that is a big deal in my life right now. I'm just focusing on healing myself right now, and this is just a big part of my life. I really don't even know what I'm going to say in this video, but we'll see. We'll just see how it goes. So, when I was around 12 or 13, I was diagnosed with Hashimotos, thyroiditis. That's hard to say. No, that is not a made-up name or made-up disease. It's real. Sounds crazy, Hashimotos. I had that disease all through high school and obviously up until this point in my life. I was put on levothyroxine. It was, I think, around, I think it was 25 or 50 milligrams, which is not very high. But I was put on that medicine around 12 or 13, and it's something that I had to take every single day. I didn't want to do. I didn't want to be on a medication for the rest of my life. All throughout high school, I was taking the levothyroxine, and I felt okay. I felt pretty normal, I guess you would say. But it was always difficult for me to lose weight. I'm not saying that I was fat by any means, because now looking back at the pictures, I'm like, I was so small. Why did I think that I was fat? Even when I was really skinny, I always had a gut, like a little belly. And I never knew what it was from, and I didn't even like talk to anyone about it, like my mom or even my friends, because it was something that I was embarrassed about. I thought that I was fat. Fast forward to college, I ran out of my medication, and instead of getting it refilled, I just was like, I just didn't take it. I didn't think it was important, and also just didn't really want to be on a medication. I just didn't see what the big deal was about having this Hashimoto's. I just didn't understand how much your thyroid controls. Let me tell you a little bit what Hashimoto's even is. Hashimoto's is an autoimmune disease causing chronic inflammation and consequential failure of the thyroid gland. It's an autoimmune disease where your body is attacking your thyroid gland. I didn't know how important that was, like how important your thyroid gland even was, but it's super important. It literally controls so much in your body, your hormones, your digestive system, your skin, like your brain function. Let me look it up. Good old Google. It says hormones that regulate the body's metabolic rate, as well as heart and digestive function, muscle control, brain development, mood, and bone maintenance. Its correct functioning depends on having a good supply of iodine from the diet. I was experiencing so many symptoms: weight gain, terrible dry skin, which I've had my whole life, swelling of your thyroid. As you can see, I have that still. Fatigue, major fatigue. And I'm not even talking about fatigue. It's more like exhaustion, 24/7. Like you could sleep 12 hours and then wake up feeling exhausted. Brain fog. I would put something somewhere in my room and not remember where I put it. And I still experience that all the time. If you are not taking care of your thyroid, if you're not taking the proper supplements, if you're not eating the right diet, all of those things are going to come back, all those flare-ups. That's what was happening to me. Fast forward to after I had my daughter, Emmy, so 2 years ago. I got my levels checked when I got pregnant. Everything was fine. Which, side note, if you do have Hashimoto's, there is a very good chance that it's not going to show up on your levels. They're going to have to do a full panel of your thyroid levels to see where if you have Hashimoto's or not. Because a lot of times if you go to the doctor and you feel like you have thyroid issues, they'll just test your T3 and T4. And a lot of times those levels are not going to be messed up if you have Hashimoto's. And everything started going crazy again when I started breastfeeding. I was eating so much food. I was just eating whatever I could because when I was nursing, I was hungry all the time. Like, all the time. I was eating like 2 grown men put together, seriously. And I kind of just developed a bad habit of eating pizza here and there, eating burgers here and there, and I just wasn't really looking out for my body. I wouldn't say that I had like a bad diet. Definitely wasn't a good diet. And then fast forward to now, Emmy is 2 now, so it's been 2 years since I just kind of not had a great diet, but not a bad diet either. So here comes Christmas time and New Year's resolution. You look at yourself and really look back at the year, and I was at the biggest weight of my life, other than when I was pregnant, obviously. I just thought it was my diet and lack of exercise and all of these things. During this time, like, you could tell in my body that I was not taking care of it for my disease. I had so much inflammation in my face, in my body. I had a huge gut. Like, New Year's resolution, I was like, all right, I'm gonna start getting in the gym. I'm gonna lose some weight. I want to look better, you know. It was just more about looking better than actually taking care of the body that I have. I picked up the hobby of running. It was super fun for me. I've never been a runner in my whole life. I don't know. I just have always hated it. I just wanted to do something that was going to push myself. So we signed up for our first race, which was a 10K. Which is 6.2 miles. And so this was going to be a big challenge for me, and something that was going to make me get into the gym, get outside, get my body moving. I started running and I was feeling better than I was. I started losing a tiny bit of weight, maybe 2 pounds in the 3 months that I was running consistently. I was running up to 5 miles every day. I was only losing 2 pounds in 3 months. And when you're running up to 5 miles every day and then you're looking at the scale and you're not losing anything, you just start to wonder, like, what's going on? There's something not right. And I look back at the pictures of the day that we did the race, and my face was so swollen. It was so puffy. Like, my body looked sick. My body was under an energy crisis. I needed energy, and instead of taking the proper supplements and eating the proper food, I was forcing my body to put out all this energy. That's why I had all this inflammation in my body. I was eating a runner's diet, which consists of a lot of carbs, nuts, things like that. Things that are not necessarily bad for you, but for someone who has an autoimmune disease and someone who has leaky gut, which I'll get to in a little bit, those things are not good for you. I was at a loss, and I was just thinking, if I am burning this many calories and not losing weight, there's something wrong. It wasn't until I was invited to join a Hashimoto's group on Facebook. That was when it really opened my eyes to all my side effects and what was going on. These things were not because I was lazy. These things were not because I was just fat, you know. These things were because I have this disease, and these were all side effects of this disease. It wasn't until I saw on that page everyone else's side effects that I realized I have this disease, Hashimoto's, that I have not been taking care of. I have been not taking the proper supplements. I've been forcing my body to put out all this energy, and I am literally destroying my body. And Hashimoto's is a disease where I already said how the body attacks the thyroid. I would have kept going on that path of eating what I was eating, not taking the proper supplements, and forcing my body to do things that it wasn't in the place to do at that time. I probably wouldn't have a thyroid if I kept doing that. As I joined that, I told my husband, I have to do something. I cannot keep living the way I am. Because I'm not going to have a thyroid. They're going to have to take it out, and that's going to cause more issues than I already have. And another thing with any autoimmune disorder, if you have one, the chances of you getting a second one, a third one, are pretty high. It's just when your body starts attacking itself, everything just starts attacking itself. And so I wanted energy. I wanted to take care of myself, my body. I wanted to be able to run around with my toddler and feel good. About 3 weeks ago, I started on my autoimmune protocol diet. I ordered some natural thyroid supporter supplements, my B12 vitamin, all these different things, hoping that it will help my Hashimoto's. Still kind of in the process of, just figuring out what is going on in my body, what foods I can eat, what foods I can't eat. I'm just really focusing on how I'm feeling. How does my body feel after I eat a certain food? With the autoimmune protocol diet, there is a long list of things that you can't have. Things that you would have never thought are bad for you. They're not bad for a normal person, but somebody who has Hashimoto's like me, or an autoimmune disease, it is bad for you. Likely, if you have an autoimmune disease, you probably have what's called leaky gut. And leaky gut is when you eat foods that your body cannot digest because for whatever reason, like sugar. Your body can't digest it because your body doesn't recognize that as an actual food. So it stores it in your digestive system. And your digestive system can hold up to 15 pounds of just waste. And so just imagine all the food that's going in there that is not being put out. And your intestines are literally stretching and causing all those toxins in the food to go into your bloodstream. These were all things I never knew before. I didn't know that I was supposed to be eating a certain way to deal with my disease. Guys, baby's awake, so I'm gonna have to cut this short. Yes. Okay, all that to say, I'm on a journey to finding out. Are you gonna repeat everything I say? I just really want to encourage you guys, whether you have this disease or not, to take care of the body that God's given you. You only have one. Say hi. Hi. Also, I would encourage you, if you think that you do have this disease, to go to the doctor and get a full panel of your thyroid. That way you can see if you have this disease or not. It's not life or death, but it is a matter of laying on the couch, depressed, not being able to get up with no energy, or playing with your toddler. So anyways, I hope this video made sense, and I hope that it did help out somebody who might have this disease. And we're going to go play outside. But anyways, thanks so much for watching, guys. Love you so much. Bye.